So in this video, I'm going to talk about how we are going to eliminate the fear that you might have of being homeless. Fear. We all got it. It's exactly what stops people from making that jump to anything. But when it comes to relocating to Idaho, that is one of the barriers that people have to hurdle over or just plow right through in order to make that transition come through. Just this weekend, we were with a couple and they expressed that fear right out of the gate. Greg, we love it here. But man, how do we do this? We have to sell our house and we have to buy a house. We don't know the process. We don't want to just live in a hotel for months or for weeks or for days.
No, thank you.
We want to be able to sell our home and know where we're going. So walk us through that. How do we make that happen? How do we get from point A to point B into Idaho and start living that life that you were always talking about?
Everyone thinks this is the best place they've ever been.
Step number one is to put your house on the market. In order to get a home here in Idaho or a contract accepted, they have to at least see your home as at least on the market, if not a little bit further, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But first, step one, get your house on the market and provide us at the Go Idaho team who your realtor is. The reason why we ask for your realtor's contact information is because in order to get your house accepted here, and for the seller of the property you're looking to buy up here in Idaho, they're gonna wanna have those good feelings inside that you're working towards getting your home sold, getting your process. We still have a lot of people who have a demand for Idaho and want to come live this Idaho lifestyle. And so when they're looking at offers and your offer is not on the market or your house is not on the market and there's no information as to when or who, and they get another offer maybe a day later that has kind of like, okay, this person does have their house listed for sale. This is their realtor's contact information. It's a no-brainer who they're going to pick to sell their house to. So as you're preparing your house for sale and getting that all squared away, you can start doing a little bit of legwork that will help eliminate the fear of once you land in Idaho, such as you can ask your current provider who's taking care of you, who they can refer up here to the Idaho area that can provide the same care, if not better quality of care for you to come here. That is a fear that a lot of people have, but I'm telling you, we've relocated hundreds of people in the last 2 years, and people who have come with all sorts of ailments and special needs, and they are finding exactly what they need here in Idaho. So I know that your doctor is gonna have a referral for you up here. So find out that information, find out who it is that you need to contact, and start opening up that channel of communication. So as you're talking to your doctor, the question is, well, what insurance am I going to have? Maybe you're on an insurance provider that's only specific for your state. Well, here in Idaho, we have Blue Cross of Idaho, we have Moda Health, we have Molina Healthcare of Idaho, we have Pacific Source Healthcare, Regents Blue Shield of Idaho. We have healthcare providers that will be similar possibly to the plans that you're currently on when you come to Idaho. So if you need that list of providers, I'll go ahead and put that down below in the description. That way you can start contacting them and getting the information that you need, just to kind of, like I said, just knock out that barrier of unknown when you get here and just get that work done ahead of time. So one of the questions we get on relocating to Idaho is, Greg, how do I move all my stuff to Idaho? Do I do a moving company? Do I do a pod? Do I just sell everything and buy new up there? So you have a variety of options. It depends on your budget and what you guys want to do, and maybe the house that you're moving into here in Idaho. If you're buying a brand new home in Idaho, I don't know if you want all the furniture that you currently have. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. A lot of people who've bought new homes that move up here, they say, man, I wish I would have just sold everything. It would have saved me money. I wouldn't have had to worry about hiring a moving company, yada, yada, yada. So there's options for that. But when it comes to finding a mover, renting a pod, which, a pod is something that comes delivered to your driveway, you pack it up, and then you have a delivery date and they just pick it up and drop it off at their driveway here in Idaho. That's something that is an option. It's affordable, I think, for most people, but it's up to you and your budget. A good resource, just go to the private Facebook group, Go Idaho, and you can log on there and just request access to that if you're not already a member, and ask your question. Hey, I'm relocating from, Iowa. How do I get my stuff there? Who has a good moving company they can recommend? A lot of people who have moved this way probably have really good recommendations and really bad recommendations. So it might be good to check here locally to see who they've used to move their stuff here and it got delivered safely and in a timely manner. Hey, I've got 2 free downloads for you in this video right now. One is our foodie guide. So if you're looking for a place to eat, a little place to grub, I've got that down below. Just click down below and download that free foodie guide. When you get to Idaho, you'll know where to go. The second download is exactly what I'm talking about, how to relocate to Idaho. So get that guide down below. I've just laid it out step by step. get the guide, learn it. Call me if you have any questions, but it's all down below. Go ahead and grab that. So a lot of people have pets who are relocating to Idaho. So how do you relocate with your pets? The first thing is you want to talk to your vet that you currently have. Let them know the game plan that, hey, we are moving to Idaho. Make sure your pet's up to date on all their shots and vaccines. Then ask for a referral. Maybe they know a referral up here in Idaho. If not, again, hop onto that private Facebook group page and ask for pet groomers and pet vets who are excellent. Then once you're here in Idaho, bam, you move the dog or the cat, the bird, the fish, whatever you're bringing.
You got a lot of cats.
Move them in and get them to the vet right away to get checked up and make sure that the travel here to Idaho was safe for them and nothing, harmful happened to them on the way up here. Now, you might be coming from a really good church where you have a lot of friends and you have a lot of acquaintances, and you're a little hesitant to find a good church who kind of matches that same synergy that you feel where you're currently coming from. Well, here in Idaho, we're very Christian, so there are a lot of churches that you could try on, so to speak. You can always ask for recommendations, but I encourage you to go out and explore the different churches here that speak to you and your faith. You have everything here in Idaho, including in Middleton, a cowboy church, which is awesome. They show up in their rope ties. So if you're looking for just a cowboy church, we've got that. But there is a fear of starting over and meeting new people again. And that's just what everyone has to go through when they get here. It's just meeting new people. Nothing's going to be the same from where you're coming from. And you're going to have new grocery stores. The food's going to be laid out a little bit differently.
Dude, where's my car?
The gas station's gonna look different. Everything's gonna be new and different, but that's exciting. That should be exciting. That should be exactly why you are watching this video. You're thinking about coming to Idaho is because you're looking for that change. And if you can overcome these little hurdles or these fears that I think most people have, well, I know most people have these because they express them to me, but they're happy once they get here. So yes, you're gonna be the new kid in the classroom for a little while, but I guarantee you next week, someone else is gonna be the new kid, and so forth and so forth. So don't let that fear of relocating to Idaho, the fear of unknown, the fear of being homeless, stop you.
You can do it!
Here in Idaho, we welcome, and especially at the Go Idaho team, our number one fear is ensuring that our process from you to sell your home where you're currently at and move into your Idaho home here goes as smooth as possible. We stress if there's any hiccups because we know how much stress you're facing right now in thinking about this and getting your house ready and getting sold and starting somewhere brand new. So we try and make this as smooth as possible. So you really are in good hands. A lot of the team has relocated from different areas of the country and they know the exact process. That's why we help so many people get to Idaho and they say, wow, I wish you could have just sold my home there and just handled everything. We would love to, but we're just not set up that way. So we are set up though to get you from your house here to Idaho in a very smooth, stress-free way. Talking about cities in Idaho, these are the top 5 cities that people are moving to.